We started our quarterfinals with a Switzerland versus Spain match, and it went all the way to the penalties. We expected Switzerland to play the way they did against France and get rid of another set of big boys, but it was not meant to be. Switzerland with an unfortunate red card, which gave the game to Spain, to be honest. But even then, pulling it all the way to the 120 and then losing it on pens, the place they beat France, it must be very heartbreaking. But I think I predicted a Switzerland win, but you really can't complain when they lose in the penalties. So that's my take on that game.
So, as a Spain fan, after the Croatia game, I expected a lot of goals in this game as well. But unfortunately, it was just a 1-1 score. But actually, the scoreline doesn't speak what the match actually was, because Switzerland, first of all, they didn't have Granit Xhaka. He was suspended for this game. And Embolo, one of their key players, also got injured. So, I expected that we would dominate and we would score more goals. But although despite the red card, they still played excellently, Switzerland, not taking anything away from them. Jan Sommer, what a performance he had. And actually, again, Spain didn't take their chances even in extra time when Gerard Moreno came on for Alvaro Morata, and then they kind of switched off in that extra time, and then in penalties, I would say we were lucky to go through on penalties, because after Busquets missed the penalty, I thought we're going to get knocked out by Switzerland, but they had even more terrible penalties. So kudos to Switzerland for coming till here. I think even Spain will be happy that they got through the penalties.
I think for me, Spain, yeah, really slacked off a bit against Switzerland. Switzerland were really good. They were attacking since the beginning, and obviously, Jan Sommer, what a performance, keeping Switzerland in the game for 120 whole minutes. And in the end, I think penalty shootout, I really thought that Switzerland would go through, but they didn't. I think they got a bit lucky there, Spain. And yeah, they probably need to do much better against Italy for that.
I think Deep and I, both of us, predicted Switzerland to go through to the next round. And yeah, with the penalty is not an excuse. Our predictions were wrong, and you shouldn't have gone below the video and said that screenshot this. I have perfect predictions. So yeah, I would love if the audience fights with Deep in every video's comments. He comment bullshit. Okay, so I think we have been overhitting Spain at this point. Like they play good, but they never convert. That's generally down to one man's mistakes. But anyways, I think we need to respect them more, and that they have come this far under Luis Enrique is a big thing. So let's just move on to the next game.
The next game, and Ayush, those were a lot of hateful comments made by you, but I'll accept them. But
Yeah, always for you.
the next game was the Belgium-Italy game. I think Italy were favorites going into the game either way, because we had said that De Bruyne and Hazard were out. But De Bruyne did make a surprise recovery. He was fit enough to start the game for Belgium, but he really couldn't change the outcome, because many people were expecting Italy to win, and Italy did win. Not the clearest win, but I think for against an opposition like Spain in the future, they can. This game will help them win their future game against Spain. So I think I got my prediction on point, Ayush. But I think Italy, it was a good game for them. Belgium couldn't really do a lot about them, and I think this was the last of the golden generation we'll see from Belgium.
So this time I was wrong with Siddhant in predicting the game, and I said that Belgium is going to win it. And when De Bruyne started, I was like, wait, they are going to win it. And then they lost. Italians have been really good. I would love to see them all the way, as I don't want Chinmay coming next week gloating on the channel. So let's just hope Italy win the league. It's the most realistic one after England to hope for Italy to win the Euros, and I think they've been excellent defensively and in attacking. Chiellini, Bonucci both have been good. Immobile and Insigne are also performing really well. So I'm just rooting for Italy now, because the simple fact that I don't want Chinmay gloating in the next video, and
I
there's
think for
nothing else I can.
I think for me this was the only prediction that I got wrong. So I was really backing Belgium in this game, and obviously they felt the absence of Eden Hazard, but even De Bruyne played though, but he couldn't really make a difference. Like Videep said, I think he was still injured. He said after the game, so I don't know why exactly was he starting, but yeah, I think the defense let Belgium down a bit, and Italy really capitalized on the first mistake that they made and scored the goal, and then obviously Insigne scored a very good goal. So I think Italy deserved the win, and hopefully they might make it to the finals this way.
So Italy, I even before the tournament, many people did not think that Italy would go that far. But they went quite under the radar. Everybody was backing for the big boys like France and those teams. They are out now, but Italy went quite under the radar, and they have a very talented team, to be honest, all over the place, and many stars who were not known to many other people have been discovered, like Locatelli or usually the Syria fans know, but not everybody knows about these talents. And these kind of players have emerged, and I think it's it's destined for Italy to win this. To be honest, even as a Spain fan.
Uh, it's actually great that even as a Spain fan, you're hoping for Italy to win because that shows the respect you have for the team. Because I agree, I mean, even before the tournament began, that so many people were underestimating Italy, me included. But they have shown that they do deserve the top spot despite losing out on the World Cup, the last World Cup. The final game, no one really expected England to score four, to be fair, but they have, and they've done it well. But I think even last week, I think no one really went for a Ukraine win. Realistically, it wasn't possible. But even then, I think a few of us mentioned that Ukraine were exerted, they missed a few key players. But even then, England, Kane scored two. Kane's back to his scoring form. Uh, Harry Maguire is scoring. Jordan Henderson is scoring. I think the three senior most players for England made it to the score sheet, and Jordan Henderson scored, so can't be happier than that. But anyway, it was a good win for England, and it was a great tournament for Ukraine.
Why did we skip Czech versus Denmark?
I forgot. I'll get back to it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Raghav, please go on.
So the England game, to be honest, I again expected England to somehow scrape through a 1-0 or a 2-0 win with a Sterling goal again. But somehow they, you know, came back to that form, scoring form, because they have been keeping clean sheets so far in the tournament, but they were not scoring enough. And surprisingly enough, Sancho started again. Mount came back into the lineup, and Rice and Phillips also had a good game. So I think Ukraine, after the second goal went in, I think Ukraine just gave up, and they conceded easy goals, the last two ones at least. When you're letting Henderson score a header, that means your defense has been quite switched off after that. And one thing which they did different in this game was they switched Zinchenko from wing back to midfield. I think even that had a big effect on the game because they were trying to target that spot, and trying that wing back target that wing back spot, and try to score the goals.
I think for me, I already said that this would be a easy win for Ukraine, even though some of you guys said that it will be tough. But obviously, I think Ukraine played with a lot of passion in the last game, but they were just exhausted. And even though I think it was their home game, so there wasn't just enough quality for Ukraine to upset England. And I think even Ukraine knew that. So they tried, but in the end, obviously, England won the game, and now they're in the next round. So
Yeah, before moving on, I'll correct you there. It was an easy win for England, not for Ukraine. Anyways, I was really happy with Southgate. Last week, I criticized him for playing Saka, but I think he got everything right this time. He should have played with a four defender formation, in my opinion. He did do that. He brought Sancho finally, thank God. He played Mount. I love Mount, and he got the assist. I couldn't be happier. Let's move on.
Summarizes the life of a Chelsea fan. But the game I missed, and I think a very good game that maybe not on paper, but to watch. I think this was one of the best games to watch in the quarterfinals. Denmark took an early lead, then scored another one right before the halftime break. But Czech came back in the second half, made two substitutions, and they scored one goal, but they just couldn't find the equalizer. And Denmark have continued their fairy tale run, and they're on to the semi-final. Um, I really can't say enough about this Denmark team at this point because the way they've come back after all the setbacks they've faced, there's not one team left that has better unity. And Denmark in the semi-finals and potentially in the finals of the Euros gives me so much joy because in a year that the Super League has been cancelled, it's just so good to see the underdogs performing. And I just hope Denmark somehow pull an upset against England and even representing a team like Denmark in a final after beating the likes of England, it's such a huge deal. So I would want them to do that, and let's hope they do.
Uh, I think it would be too much to expect Denmark, or even think that Denmark can pull something off against England. I would love for them to do that, and I hope they can do that. But I don't really see that happening. Anyways, I think this was a really good game, but nothing too unpredictable. We knew what was going to happen. It happened in linear. It was a good game, but I think I expected it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I predicted Denmark to win, so I kind of expected them to win. Czech did well, but in the end, the Denmark went through, and yeah, the story for them continues. Maybe when this tournament's end, so we'll remember Denmark as the underdogs of this tournament. So it's a good game.
Yeah, this game was one of the quite interesting games because it was and both the countries they wouldn't have expected to be in this position first of all. Second of all, if you win this game, you're potentially two wins away from the trophy. So I think this was even the story of the game was good and the game itself was amazing. And again, Martin Braithwaite pushing for his Ballon d'Or shouts, pushing his team into the they're into the semi-final now, and other players as well because quite after that Ericsson incident they were forced to play the game, and they were actually they had 0 points after the first two match days. So from going from there to coming to a potential final, or now they're facing England in the semi-final, so that itself is a big achievement. And shout out to Patrick Schick as well. He's unexpected golden boot joint winner with Ronaldo so far till now. So yeah, even the Czech didn't go down without a fight. Even they put in a big fight, but ultimately at the end of the day, you can have only one winner.
I was going to mention Patrick Schick to be fair. He's had a brilliant tournament so far, and um, I think he gets a lot of money for him. He gets a big money move this season to the Premier League. That's my big take to be fair. Uh, the we move. I think that covers up our quarterfinal review, and we've had quite a lot to discuss about. Um, if you guys had to see a proper final, like if you like not talking about your predictions, but if you wanted to see what would your ideal Euro final be, consisting these four teams? Ayush.
Denmark versus Italy. Would love it. Italy are the more popular underdogs versus the ones who were almost considered out of the group stage. because of Eriksen's injury and how well they have stood together. I would love for that match to come in the finals and for Jorginho to get Ballon d'Or after that.
No comments about that.
Yeah,
He's
good.
gone from Kante and Ballon d'Or shouts to Jorginho. Not to mention that we have our own Raghav who's going for Braithwaite Ballon d'Or shots. So
Yeah,
uh,
if Jorginho gets injured, I have Emerson as well. Denmark has Christensen, England has Mount. So whichever team is winning it, I have one player and he should be winning that place at least.
yeah, I think Ayush is the first person we should kick out to be fair. But Sid,
No,
what
I
would your ideal final be?
Sid will agree with me. You are still the first person we're kicking out. You very boring.
Ayush, to be fair, I think this is Sid's whole master plan to end up becoming the one, the one person who gets like screen time and everything.
Yeah,
Uh,
shut. Let's team up and kick him out.
Sid, what is your ideal final?
For me, the ideal final would be Spain versus Denmark because out of these four, those two are my two favorite teams out of these four. So yeah, I love to have a Spain versus Denmark final.
You have favorite teams everywhere, don't you?
Yes, that's true.
And you support Man City. Are you sure you're not a plastic fan, to be fair?
He's a David
Deep,
Silva
I'm
fan.
very offended now. Please get out of this video.
Raga, what is your ideal final?
Yeah, Spain versus Denmark. Again,
Because
Spain
you have a more
unexpected.
realistic chance to beat Denmark than England.
No, not because of that, but see, Denmark deserved to be in the final because the way they fought, again, the same narrative of them coming back into the tournament from the third match day, and Spain because I want to shut Madrid fans because since the start of the tournament, all they want is half of them wanted was Spain to lose, so they can again bring up the point of no Real Madrid players. So
Yeah.
just for that, I want silence them and just show how Luis Enrique is a top manager.
Yeah,
My ideal
Denmark.
final.
You said Denmark deserves to be. What does England then do not deserve to be
Their fans.
there? Yeah,
My
perfect answer.
ideal final would be Italy versus England because I think Italy is the one team that can score five against England. So that would be a great final to watch. So
If
that
that
would,
happens,
That
I
will
am down to
probably
that as
be
well.
the final. I think that's the most realistic final in all of us. Four.
and
See,
that
we
would
can see how boring Vidip is now.
Yeah, exactly.
but
Why? Yeah. Okay.
if
So
there's
with it,
five, then won't all of us be very satisfied as football fans in
I
general?
don't think so. Against Gareth Southgate system, you can score 5 goals.
Yeah, but the way Pickford likes to go out and attack players, anything is
oh,
possible.
I don't think we can
Okay,
criticize
now
Pickford.
Vidip is boring and salty, so
Yeah.
I think the amount of hate, unnecessary hate I'm getting, should be enough to wrap it up for this week. Raghav, if you want to end it for us.
Yeah, I think again it's this Euros has been very exciting and two mouth-watering semi-finals to close off the tournament and it can be an unexpected final or an expected final, whatever it is, it's going to be an entertaining one. That's all I like to say.
That said, we have a potential Brazil versus Argentina in the Copa America if anyone still follows that competition. But I'm sorry, Raghav, I did not mean to talk about Argentina that way. But that final would be one of the best things to watch, to be fair. However bad the Copa America is.
Yeah.
Uh, but that wraps it up for this video. Ayush, Sid, and I for Football Match Daily, N Raghav from N Raghav TV. We will link him down in the description. But this has been a great episode. Thank you for watching, and Ayush and Sid, thank you for attacking me. That's it for this time. Thank
Justice for Vidip.
Yes.
Always a pleasure to do that. It's great to attack you.
Get justice for Vidip trending in the comments
Oh,
if you
get lost,
watch
and
it.
I
Just
can
watch it
get
till.
lost. Okay.
But,
we'll delete the comment.
We'll put a hashtag on Football Match Daily. Quicker hashtag get lost with Deep. Siddhant, get on it right now.
but
Okay. Bye guys.